Hello everybody, I'm on a ReZero Director's Cut episode 7 anime review. There was no episode last week because I think I read they aired Memory Snow instead last week, but then Crunchyroll released Memory Snow this week at the same time as this episode. So it was really a pain for me because I was like, what do I do? Do I watch Memory Snow and this in the same review? Do I split them up and do Memory Snow first? Basically what I've decided to do is I'm doing episode 7 today. Sorry it's a day late, by the way. I couldn't, because of the whole Memory Snow coming out as well, I didn't quite know what to do. I've only just really decided, later on. It was a struggle to figure out what to do. But, I mean, it wasn't that hard. I'm making it sound way harder than it was. Anyway, this is coming out today, episode 7. Hopefully this comes out today, otherwise, I'm going to sound like a fool. Thursday this should come out today. So if you're watching this on Friday, something went wrong. Let's go with that. But anyway, it could be coming out today, and then Memory Snow I'm going to do tomorrow. So I'm going to do it. It'll be out tomorrow, hopefully, assuming nothing goes wrong. But anyway, onto this episode of ReZero Director's Cut. Yeah, this was the beginning of... It had one of my favourite scenes in this week's episode, and you know which one it is. It's the one at the very end, for those who are curious, and you're thinking, what? I hate that scene. It makes me visibly cringe. And I'm like, yeah, that's the point. It's a great scene. I love that scene so much. But, I love it for all the wrong reasons, if that makes sense. No, that's not true. I love it for all the right reasons. Anyway, yeah, this was a good episode. I read that in this week's episode there's a lot of like animation, fixing, restructuring. A lot of it with Julius and Subaru's fight. Their fight is like almost completely redone. Again, look at that article on my anime list. It lists it far better than I could. Side-by-side pictures, exactly what's different. But anyway, let's jump into the episode proper. We spent enough time in this intro bit. You see what happened and everything? Let us do this. We open up with Subaru and Amelia playing with the children. Subaru, that's what we'll call him now. Subaru realizes he didn't actually do much in the previous incident, and Amelia's like, no, you were there. You have spunk. You got dedication. Good job, Subaru. And yeah, there's an emissary from the royal capital here. Subaru gets left outside because he's Subaru. You can't trust him with important matters. Goes to drink tea with the old man. His name's Wilhelm. They say it once in this episode, so that means I can say his name and not have to call him the old man the whole time. Goes to drink tea with him, and he tries to find out what's going on, basically. Then they talk about ladies for a bit. He's like, bet you thought your wife was well pretty. And he was like, yeah, man, I did find my wife well pretty. And he's like, that's what I think of Amelia, basically. That's exactly how they talked as well. It was very weird. Then a cat girl shows up. We'll call her a cat girl. We'll get to it. It was this episode, but I'll pretend, I'll pretend. Yeah. Then they leave. Bye, cat girl. Ren then helps Subaru go to the capital with them because Amelia is being like, no, Subaru, you can't come. Amelia really treats Subaru like a child. Like this whole episode, I noticed it. To be fair, Subaru acted like a child a lot as well. Like he kind of was asking for it. But, Amelia, come on, you're not that silly. I mean, she is, it makes sense, but yeah, whatever. Rem, backs Subaru up to help him get to go. Basically because, hey, he's got to get healed by the cat girl because he blew up his mana gate and stuff. Also then we see a little bit of Wilhelm and the cat girl, whose name is Felix, by the way. I might as well just say that now. Wilhelm can tell Subaru, he's like, those are the eyes of someone who's experienced death many times. And I'm just like, look at Subaru and think about what you're saying. Those two things don't add up. Think about it, Wilhelm. I guess he's not paid to think, he's paid to swish and swash, and also do butler things. Probably more of that, actually, than the swishing and the swashing. Anyway, then in the town, think about the capital, Amelia is holding Subaru's hand, not like in a romantic way, like, you hold on to your mother's hand, I don't want you running into traffic and get run over, you stupid kid. That's essentially what it is. They go see the apple shopkeeper and buy some apples from him. Full circle. That's like the best thing. My light just flickered then. That's a bit worrying. If my light explodes, that's pretty bad. Anyway, yeah, they're going to go see Reinhard. Amelia reiterates... That's not good. Amelia reiterates that basically, Subaru, you're here to get healed and stuff. You're not here for the royal selection business. Please do not cause trouble. She says this a lot. Subaru, do not cause trouble. Some guy called Julius shows up. He kisses her hand because he's a knight and it's just like a respectful thing to do. And obviously Subaru is pissed because Subaru is a toddler, you know, or a primary schooler. Let's go with that. That makes more sense. And then Amelia's like, Subaru, don't go where the mirror phones are. That's basically what they are, mirror phones. You'll find it to be an unpleasant experience. Now, I don't know what that means. Probably because they're all like, it's in like the knight's quarters, right? And maybe Subaru wouldn't get, well, obviously Subaru wouldn't get on with the knights, but, you know, you get what I'm saying. So Amelia goes off with, I think Julius goes with her, to try and get hold of Reinhard and other stuff, while Subaru is left outside in the cold. It looked like a nice day, actually, in the warm, by his lonesome. He sees someone being accosted in an alley, and Subaru's hero instinct is like, well, gotta go save that. It's the same thugs from way back in the beginning, the ones that beat him up a lot. Subaru tries to save the lady by doing the old, sorry I'm late, thanks for keeping her company, guys, come on, let's get out of here, you know. I would love to know if that works in real life, but at the same time, I don't know any criminals, you know. I'm not going to go looking for them, because that's what the police are for, you know. Obviously this woman doesn't play along because she's like that posh noble type. And then Subaru scares the thugs by telling them, hey, I know Reinhard, he's going to get you. And then old man Rom just happened to be passing by this dark alley near the knight's quarters. And so then he helps Subaru out off screen, like he just scares them off screen, I guess. The woman thinks, hey, the world works itself in my favour, and I'm like, that's very delusional and very dangerous way of thinking. If Subaru hadn't been there, very likely something bad could have happened to you. I guess old man Ron would have helped anyway, but you know, something bad could have happened to you, you know? You shouldn't, unless it's an actual, like, special power she has. I don't know my law. Anyway, then Amelia shows up with a helmet guy. The helmet guy is called Al, and he was looking for the woman that we see at some point. Subaru gives her an apple, just to be like, there you go, don't get kidnapped again. And she's so like posh, she doesn't even know apples are red, because she's only had peeled ones. That's a sign you need to get out of the house more, little miss. Amelia asks, hey, where did you meet that girl? And Subaru, all you have to say is, she was getting mugged in an alley, and my hero instincts, you know, I went to go save her, because that's what I do. That's literally, to be fair, Subaru and Amelia don't know how to communicate properly. Like, all of the problems that arose this episode could have been fixed if they had just talked to each other. I know that, like, Amelia is, I mean, I'll be blunt, she's very distrustful of Subaru this whole episode, which, considering all the stuff Subaru has done for her, you'd think she'd trust him at least a little bit more. Just a little bit more. I'm not asking for much, Amelia. But then again, Subaru does stupid things. But he doesn't do malicious things, he does stupid things. There's a difference. Whatever. See, I'm getting annoyed, but I'm getting annoyed for the right reasons, I like to think. Yeah, then he gets told by her, like, hey, Amelia, hey, Subaru, you're not coming with me to the thing tomorrow. He tries to argue, obviously, and Amelia's like, no, Subaru, you stay in your room, you're grounded. The next day, after she leaves, Subaru G's at Rem. That's stare for all you people that aren't aware, where they go like, G. So I'm staring. I don't actually remember if he made the noise, but that's what that means. Science right there. Basically, stares at her until Rem tells him where to go. And, you know, Rem, I know you like this boy, but, you know, use some common sense, girl. I guess maybe, now she didn't know Subaru would be that dumb. Like, yeah, that's what we'll go with. And then he hitches a ride with Al and Priscilla that just so happened to be, I guess, going past. They just like rock up in their golden chariot, we'll call it that, and pick him up. Great stuff all around, Subaru. You've got a lift. Well, I guess he didn't know who she was. Okay, we'll be a bit nicer to Subaru. Subaru gets into the Great Hall as this woman whose name, I'll just say now, her name's Priscilla. Oh god, please tell me I got the right one. I haven't written it down. I'm assuming she's Priscilla. She is, yeah, because Anastasia's the purple one. Yeah, she's Priscilla. Glad we solved that mystery. He is her APA handler, Amelia is really shocked to see Subaru in there with her. Like, Subaru, again, doing dumb things is making Amelia not trust you. I guess it does sort of make sense why she doesn't trust him after everything that happens in this episode. When she asks what... Big shout out to her voice actor, by the way, Amelia's. This part where she asks why Subaru is here, she sounds actually, like, devastated. Like, her voice, like, cracks a little bit. Really good. I noticed it, because I wrote it down. And if I noticed that, it's a good thing. Roswell says Subaru can stay, because I have no idea what Roswell's after. Like, I genuinely don't know. Like, there's a point... Well, we'll get to it in a minute. He's up to something, boy, and I have no idea what he's up to. Subaru goes to stand with Reinhard and Felix and Julius. Felix, we find out, also is a boy at this point. That's right. Cute cat girl is a boy. My God, the world can never be the same. The candidates want to get on with it and skip the opening speech, but after a bit of back and forth, Al is like, "Oh, for God's sake, I'll end this." He's like, "Hi, I'd like to know. I don't know what's going on. Can you please explain it to me? The viewer's here. The viewer doesn't know the law yet. They need to explain it, basically." And then they do a little bit. They found. I'm not going to go over it all. You watch the episode. 5th candidate's found. It's Felt. My God. Remember Felt from back then? She's still the same old Felt though. Acts the same. Has no idea what's going on. All the other knights are like, "I found my lady and everything," and Subaru's like, "Yeah, I found my lady too." Like, despite they're all like, I was gonna say they're all like proper, prim and proper, but then Al isn't. Al is not at all. And I guess Felix is in a way. It's a bit, and then you got like Julius and Reinhard, and then Subaru. I know he's not a knight, but we'll get to that. And yeah, then Priscilla and Felt get into a little bit of an argument, and then Amelia gets dragged into it, and then somehow everybody starts on Amelia. I mean, that's in a minute, but Amelia gets dragged into her argument. They're like, "Nobody cares what you think." It's like, oh, and it's like, oh, poor Amelia. Feel bad for her. Kind of understand why Subaru. Well, Subaru does what he's about to do. We do proper introductions of all the candidates. They are, and I'm going to do this without looking at my phone. It's over there. Crush, Amelia, Anastasia, Priscilla, Felt. That's all of them. That's all 5 of them. That was way easier than I thought it would be. I guess I know ReZero a little bit better. Felt really doesn't want to do this. Somehow from that leads to them all starting on Amelia for being a half-elf. Like literally, Felt was the one complaining. They take one shot at Felt and they're like, "Also that one over there. That one's evil. Kill it." It's like, no, that's not how that works. Subaru gets all pissed and starts shouting. And when he does, Roswell just smirks, like he knew this would happen, which is not a good thing, Subaru proper shouts, all pissed. Amelia stops him and everything, and then it tells everyone, "Stop being prejudiced, man. I'm all right. I'm no relation to that witch. She's evil. I'm cool." Again, I'm paraphrasing a lot of stuff here. Subaru then proclaims himself to be her knight. Big mistake, Subaru. Julius basically chastises him for being himself, which... Subaru, this is the type of time you got to learn to keep your mouth shut, This whole... In fact, most of this episode could be summed up with Subaru needs to learn to keep his mouth shut. Like, bite your tongue. There's a time and a place, and it's not now. Subaru says she's special, and that's why he's here anyway. Amelia is very upset. Subaru insults all the knights, like, "It's not even that good being a knight, man." Again, don't do that. Amelia drags him and takes him outside. He's like, "No, he's not my attendant." And yeah, he gets kicked out. He was asking for it. Imagine if you were at like a school assembly or something and you just started shouting. Or a school assembly or a work meeting. We're all adults here. That makes more sense. I guess school assembly worked better there's more people, I guess. And this is a big place to work. Anyway, Subaru gets kicked out. Then when Subaru's out of the room, a smoke bomb goes off. It's old man Rom. He tries to take Felt back. He's about to be executed. Felt is like, "Fine, I'll do your stupid royal selection as long as you don't kill old man Rom." And they, fair enough. Felt does her speech basically saying, "I hate this place. I'm going to tear it down to the ground and basically, hopefully, build a better kingdom." The tearing down part, it only sort of works if you're going to build a better kingdom afterwards. But because it's Felt, she might just tear it down and leave nothing left, which, that's, maybe don't do that. That's you know, all these people need a place to live. Selection begins proper, ba-bum. Everyone fills Subaru in, everyone being Reinhard and Felix. Then Julius shows up and takes Subaru to an arena, and then proceeds to smack the ever-loving poo out of him. Almost swore then. This video's going on way too long. A lot of smacking him. Again, this part has got a lot of animation glow up as well, apparently, according to that article I read. The candidates will hear about it, and you know, that's too. Subaru's face is like proper swollen and like bruised. He tries using Shamak afterwards. Like Amelia shows up, and Julius is like distracted, and Subaru, instead of being like honor, he's got this look on his face like, this is my chance, you know, he's evil. And he uses Shamak, and Julius, and he said he wouldn't use magic earlier as well. He's like, I promise I won't use magic because, you know, my thing's ruined, and he did it. Julius, this obviously doesn't work on him because he's like so primitive, only a mindless beast would be affected by that. Subaru thinks he's hot poo, but now Julius just KOs him with, like, he like swipes at him. Subaru obviously is also there's like every knight is watching because Subaru insulted all of them because he's an idiot, basically, because he is a damn fool. Finally, we get to the final section, and this is the scene I absolutely love. Subaru wakes up in the bed. Amelia has tons of questions, and she's like, you must have had a good reason, right? And Subaru's like, no, I just wanted to get back at him. You know, that's, and, oh man. Immediately, Subaru's face this whole time, it's not a hero's face, is it? It's a jerk, an arsehole, a dickwad. A lot of words to sum up what Subaru is being. She tells him, Subaru, you're staying in the capital to recover. And Subaru's like, I wanted to do something for you. And then she's all like, no, it was all for you instead. And she gets mad because he's using her as an excuse to do a bunch of things. And it's a great scene. She's like, you didn't do what I asked. I asked you to stay still and recover and not use magic. And look what you did. I want to believe you, Subaru. You haven't given me a reason to believe you. And I'm like, oh, okay. Present history, maybe not. But like beforehand, he did some things for you. I mean, I know recently, you know, I guess it's a what have you done for me lately kind of thing. But yeah. She doesn't know why. She doesn't know. He says, like, you saved me more than you know. I guess because of the, you know, the time loops and the, also just in general, like, she's sort of given him a purpose in this new world, and as opposed to the literal, like, hey, you saved my life a few times back in the day, past different timelines day. It's like a double layered thing, but she can't understand that because you know, she doesn't get it, and he can't tell her why because, you know, Witch has got the grip on his thing. She can't understand because he won't explain. In some instances, he can't explain. So we're just sort of talking in circles. And then Subaru cracks, explodes. I love this so part where he's like, everything worked out because of me. I did this. Everything would have been far worse if I wasn't here. I did it myself. Because obviously, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. That's what makes it so good. He's not right. But he's not wrong either. He's sort of somewhere in between. Like, yeah, and he's like, you got such a debt to me that you could never hope to pay it. Which, oh man, it's his explosion. I think that's where I started really liking ReZero. Is when, because I think at that point when I watched it originally, I hadn't watched a lot of, I'll say complex. It's not too complex. Like, most things were cookie cutter, right? Like, oh, I'm a good guy, you know. And Subaru was the first sort of, I mean, he's more like a real person. Nobody in real life is like, oh, I'm a good guy, I'm going to do everything for the good of the world. That's not how things work. People are selfish. Subaru is a selfish person, and that's what I like. Yeah, she says, fine, I'll pay the debts, and then we'll end this. You know, then we'll you know, stop this nonsense. She just says, like, I thought you would treat me normally. And Subaru was like, I can't look at you the same way as other people. And he leaves it there. Subaru, I know you might be embarrassed, but she thinks that you're being mean to her because of her elf ears. You got to say, hey, you're really pretty, I like you. Again, talk to each other, Subaru. Like, yeah, and then she leaves, and there's a new ending song that plays. This has been a long-ass video, that's for damn sure. Maybe this will be out tomorrow. Yeah, that was the end of the episode. Love the final scene. Absolutely, I love it. It's frustrating to watch, and it's brilliant, and I love it. And oh man, I'm just realizing where we are, and realizing what we've got coming up. I cannot wait. It's so. This director's cut, I'm so glad they did it. To be completely, even though they've not really added anything yet. In fact, I don't think they've added a single scene yet. Which, you know, maybe get on with that. Start adding some scenes. Although I can't think what they've cut. You know, soon. I'm enjoying the hell out of this. It's going to be weird when we get to season 2, because then it's all brand new. Hopefully you stick with me for that, because that's going to blow my mind. I've not read that bit, so that's crazy. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. I will see you next week, as I said. This won't be up on Wednesday next week. It'll be up Thursday, probably Friday, honestly. I'll try and do Thursday next week. It'll probably be Friday. Memory Snow will be up tomorrow, hopefully, or today, depending on when this goes up, because it might be late. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this, as I said. See you next week, and bye guys.